what we are going to learn today. We all. Let's summarize what we did yesterday. Let's start with Murli. We discussed a lot of things yesterday, a lot of subjects. We spoke about key takes. The first one, what we started yesterday.
I think our learning for ourselves as a group was, and it was demonstrated by other group was a mistake that we could not clarify certain concepts at the beginning and not hijack the time within our presentation. So that was one big takeaway.
So what was the first subject?
It's important for all of us.
Yeah, please come. You are 5 minutes late.
It's important for all of us to understand the group which is sitting ahead of us, the topic, and correlate the topic which we are going to talk about, so that we know what to position where. So should we talk about the theory first, and then because that's where we all went wrong. Right? Probably all the groups went wrong. Wherein we in some subjects we put the theory first, and then we went on explaining it, or we did not put the theory first. We just went on explaining it virtually, and nothing was clear. In the middle of the presentation, when the definition came up, and the definition came up, then people started realizing, oh, isn't it? So probably with what we have to do as facilitators would be to understand the group, understand the thought process of the group, along with the concept which you are talking about, and then decide the phasing of the presentation. So what should come first, what should come second. So that was something which was very very important.
So what was the first subject we spoke in the morning? Very
I think that's also one learning. If your subject is going to draw a huge amount of connect or passion in the audience, we need to be prepared to open and to have more discussion rather than guiding them through the presentation. I think that was also quite evident. We were all very passionate about this subject. We talked on and on and on.
It is something which is very touchy to all of us, right? So second, Keval. So what was the second subject? And what is the key takes?
Second subject was time management.
Time management.
So key learnings again, it's kind of what to have in the presentation, in order to have like too many things. So and also like not to make like a lot of changes at the very last minutes. And try to like when you are clear and you close it, and then like you can go ahead and finish it. Like I clear it from them, so that's what I felt like. Okay, we should not do that. Or we do all the time like okay, before even 30 minutes we make changes in our presentation or the content. So that was key learning. And time management, and then also we had some of the 4 quadrants, the content wise. 4 quadrant we know, but still like a lot of more explanation and exercise was good. Really help to like how to look at or how to prioritize certain tasks.
So it is very important for all of us to have a good time management.
So we feedback what we have
As the switches or as the facilitators, we need to do what we preach. We were taking time management and we couldn't manage our time.
So that's another thing.
What the feedbacks and other things, what we see is really for all of us, because we definitely give presentation, lots of presentations for the management and other things, but it's very good to learn how to present yourself, what the presentator propose, how you place the presentations, how to start, how to involve the team, because when you go for the analytics, something involve the team discussions, right? You will be teaching and you allow the others to talk, so it's quite important.
Very well said. Third table. What was the third subject yesterday?
Spontaneous.
Right.
Basically, I would like to connect that with the learnings what
Right.
we had yesterday. So what we learned is we have to ensure to go with the pace of either fastest or lowest, which is then preferred, so that everybody is in sync and moves to the same pace of the facilitator. Secondly, with this spontaneity, it's not only about speech but thinking as well, what we learned from that session. So also as facilitators, we have to understand and analyze the kind of things in the session. If somebody is really not understanding like the questions which came out and we saw a lot of aggression or what our facilitators said, then we have to open and utilize those energies through like group discussions or more questions. allow people to speak and share things, which becomes easy for us to manage. These are the main things.
Ashish, anything from your side?
So then,
I think one thing which I liked about spontaneous speaking, one thing which was like an aha moment for me. If you remember all of that session, the way it went, and it was like people could not figure out what it is and a lot of debate going on. But in the end, things which turned around everything and helped achieve or overachieve the objectives of that session. But the belief which he had in the topic which he was speaking about. How he communicated and all can be improved, but the way in the end he turned up, that took the mark and said, let me demonstrate it to you. You know, that belief which one holds is like a flu, right? Anybody can catch it. And as a facilitator, I think we need to demonstrate that. So if you don't believe in it, we will just drop it. And then similarly, participants will also not feel that.
Right. Absolutely. So his confidence level was very
It was
high.
not expertise, I'm not talking about the expertise which he has on that, it was that belief that yes, this is something which works, that passion.
Yeah,
Not the
passion.
passion, that knowing that yes, this is work, I can show it to you. And see, everybody immediately understood what it is. Right, so.
so the example he actually somehow seems to.
I mean, little louder, please. I can't hear you.
Yeah. The example of the way he demonstrated the example of the cup, that somehow actually synced with the topic they had chosen. So spontaneous speaking, he spontaneously the cup, and he was also what is the handy technique that works out.
One more thing, what clearly came from all these sessions, what Nana and then Mustafa also emphasized, is the passion with the subject, what Manish is saying, just to add in that. Like if we should also connect to the subject as facilitator, and it should come out what we are thinking about the subject, so that we have that connection and and what we believe in the subject, we should present it with the group, because it's a learning process for us, for everybody. So we should also showcase that in the session, which will help everybody to connect. What
Probably,
we should.
I think I think it's a great point, and I would like to restate whatever I said. If the facilitator doesn't have a connect with that topic, how can he transfer that connect of the viewers or of the participants with that topic? Because his job is to that. Because if we want to that anthropological or whatever, right? Our job is to transfer that thing so that the learning takes place with them. But that connect has to transfer. So then he needs to have that connect first.
I think the fourth one, yeah. You want to say something?
What I learned from all the sessions yesterday was to be structure and plan things. Always things go out of the plan and we should be ready for it. That's what the spontaneous meeting, that concept actually helped us how to handle such situations so that if the crowd reacting to it. Okay. And at the same time, if you're not bringing it back, that's what the time management concept helped us, where if you don't do that, you'll be out of it. That's it. And at the same time, yes, Mustafa mentioned you have to get cues from the participants. That's where parenting comes into. There's a saying that the parent knows when the kid is in trouble. That sense to capture. All this is there. I think that to be the there's no way we can go about it.
Ronnie has just entered.
Yeah.
Ronnie has just entered. Ronnie, would you like to join some group here or?
No, I'm comfortable. I'll be in and out sporadically, so.
I mean, that was the point, aha moment for me yesterday. I mean, when we learned that in many sessions it happens, right? Somebody walks in, say, middle of the session. And that time when we group it, right, and everything, sometimes, it might not be so easy to take the energy of the group back or the attention of the group back. Right? So how to address that, that was a great thing because it happens very often because Ronnies keep on coming and going, right? So
It's all right. As long as it's helping the discussion, please go ahead.
So I think let's summarize. So we discussed a lot of new ideas, new subjects we discussed yesterday. A lot of new learnings came out during the discussion. Right? The last one I believe that is collaboration, which is very important for an organization. So So how does collaboration should work? What is coordination? Understand coordination, difference, and collaboration. Right? Anybody if something want to add on this last subject which we discussed yesterday on the collaboration part? Nothing.
Collaboration, though we discussed a lot in terms of what's collaboration, what's teamwork, what's coordination, I think everything together in its own place plays a very important role in ensuring that the delivery of what the goal is. If everything fits in its place very well, I think everything works well. We can call it coordination, we can call it collaboration, we can call it teamwork. And all these things are really important if we have to succeed.
Why don't you come friend? We're not able to see you. Yeah, please.
I think during, if I were to look back on that particular session, since the whole conversation got hijacked on definition, etc., even after 45 minutes, we came back to the same thing. So the things that we would have probably emphasized a lot and discussed, right? The other aspects of collaboration, it doesn't. For me personally, it didn't stay because what I remember is only the three couple of definitions that we emphasized.
I would just add to that and I'll repeat it again so that I remember it forever. I like that statement. Anup had good communication skills. I mean, he was swift while talking and everything is fine, but he was again missing that connect to the topic. And that is why he was not able to transfer it to the audience. And that was missing, right? And that is where few things which he could have explained in the initial part of his presentation, he was not able to explain. And he himself did it later. Right? So
That was a learning.
Good. Thanks everybody for your views, opinion, for yesterday. Today we're going to talk about something which is very interesting for all of us. And which keep happening every day in our life, personal life, professional life. We talk about innovation to market launch. Very interesting subject. You from sales, you from R&D, from marketing, different functions. We'll understand what is innovation to market launch, right? So let me introduce myself. Ken Singh, everybody knows my name. I have experience of around 18 years in sales and marketing, in different industry, different product categories. So I would say it's a multi-spectrum exposure I have with the industrial sales. With me my colleague, co-facilitator, Sandhu, and he's from R&D side, Jagdeep, has a vast experience in Jaideep. Jaideep has a vast experience in supply chain and manufacturing.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I joined this company in 1995, and before that I was in the US. So 27 years in supply chain together.
And I'm in R&D for 6+ years now. I'm a group leader in research and development today, and I'm glad to be a part of the team today for the discussion.
Thanks. Sandhu, just to summarize, we recapped yesterday's discussion. Right, since you joined late, but for today we just started, so good use your time, right? So objective for today, for all of us to learn, market events connection to the innovation of future. Able to understand and clearly articulate the process, the line between innovating and new product, and taking it to successful product innovation. Able to understand the role of different functions, right, within the corporate organization throughout this process. And we learn about the challenge and possible solution related to this process. Market. What is market? So, let's ask everybody. Manish, for you, what is the definition of market?
it looks very bad, but
That's why I asked first you.
why don't you try someone else? I'll try.
Fine. What do you?
Market is a place where there is transfer of transfer of product, service, any of these parameters is getting transferred. Where you have, and there's an exchange happening, wherein one person is in need of something like this, and there's another party which has it and which can provide. So anywhere certain exchange is on.
From this table, anything to add?
Basically, it's a platform. It's a platform for commodity for everyone's need.
Right.
Where buyers and sellers both are there.
Right.
Fine. So, what was our target
Yeah, come
requirement
back to you.
of everyone should be compliant within this platform.
Yes.
I think what these two people have said, I would like to add that it can also be considered as a potential buyer's space, where it's not essential that we go and give and take, rather market can be the tuna market. So all the potential buyers of that, it can be virtual place as well. So the scope of potential customers.
Very right. It's a virtual place. The buyer and seller meet each other. Right?
Okay.
Another way you can say core platform where the demand and supply meets.
Already, yeah, you said very right. Murli, adding to Murli, what you said is demand and supply meets. Right? Buyer and seller. Sir, now you are talking.
It's a space because it could be brick and mortar kind of a market, or it could be like virtual, she said, like going on. Second, exchange. Exchange. Third is the keyword is need, because somebody's need has to be met, right? And then the fourth is it has to be for some consideration, right? It has to be done. That is what I think, because when we say product, price, promotion, and price, right? So price is also important. It's being done not for charity, but even that could be considered a market, but not a, I don't know.
So you
Also,
yeah.
it is also indicating somewhere like shows over the economic reforms, economic stability of that is what I can see as a broader sense. Also, it indicates something to that. Yes, it is a place where you can go and buy something. Is there? Also, it indicates somewhere economic reforms, economic stability.
So few of the words which I understand about the market, as Murli said, it's a place of buyer and seller. So buyer and seller is there is a need, and there is a need. So there is a scope of innovation. So let's understand what is innovation. From this table anyway, what is innovation?
Innovation is bringing in something new. Anything new which comes out, which probably was not there, developed to either upgrade ourselves or to enable us to do better. I would put it that as innovation.
I would say something like what he said, which was not existing. That does not mean that that thing did not exist. Maybe it could be just using that thing and applying it in a different situation. Okay, so innovation is about just being creative and then applying it in a different way so that it could be marketed or commercialized in a different way. That's it.
Sometimes it can be developed as per our need.
Right. Yes.
Innovation, there are at least two categories I can say the market. Innovation as well as a process innovation. The process innovation, you would be doing the same thing, but it might be faster or cheaper. In a product innovation, it will be completely new product that may meet your needs better or cheaper. These two things like to be innovation.
Innovation doesn't happen when there is a demand in the market, or when there is no demand.
Demand can be also created. Like there is no demand for cell phones when the cell phones came. Right? It was created.
So for creating anything new, I don't think there should be a demand for it.
It's
Necessity is not the
sometimes
factor. The necessity is actually a matter of
depends
intention.
on the situation.
So innovation and invention is different.
Exactly, I want to know the difference between invention and
Invention and innovation is different.
Okay, so now
The necessity is the mother of invention, but
that's what I'm
it's
getting.
not.
That is what he was saying. Like, my understanding is like say same product. if it finds another new application, that itself is called, that also is
Also
called
called
an
innovation.
innovation.
That's
But
also
if you invent completely a new product which
That's
never
invention.
existed, is an invention.
That's invention, not
Invention is also part of innovation. Am I right, Anu? You are the boss.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Right, so if I may add, Manish, I agree completely with you and also with the participants on that table. So there are two different things, invention and innovation. Invention is very fundamental in nature and it doesn't have to be always connected to the business, right? Because a lot of great things in the world came through great inventions. But innovation is something which we, kind of improvise an existing thing to meet certain needs from a customer or a market or from any certain individual or in a certain region of the world. And also it can be a part of invention also, when it is very fundamental. I'll just cite example, right? So there are companies who operate based on innovation only, right? We are a basically innovation driven company. So is GE and many other of our competitors. So if you understand there is a need, 3D tracer is an innovation. We understood there is a reason for automating the cooling water, boiler water, membrane, wastewater, treatment, and also in the Ecolab space, all the dispenser applications. So innovation happened, that is 3D tracer. But if you think about a 3M product or a something that DuPont involved, Teflon. I think everybody is familiar with the Teflon tape. We use it on a regular day-to-day basis. That's the invention that happened accidentally. The researcher was working with some other projects, some other reactions, and it suddenly he found the tetrafluoroethylene, that is Teflon. And then that material is so inert and so robust that it can be applicable at any temperature, any pressure, any atmosphere. So then DuPont commercialized it, and but nobody asked DuPont to bring the Teflon in the market. They invented Teflon and they brought it to the market to meet customer needs, which is part of the innovation.
That's what I said.
So
Need
that
can
is
be
what
created.
we
So they created.
So can we consider stating that for innovation there is generally a need from the market, but for invention it is not.
Yeah, only
Most of the time.
it could be other way around also. Why do we know? Yeah, you saying something.
I would like to add to Manish's points and then what Murali is now asking. So innovation can be, let's say we are developing a product, it's existing. But since market is now developing, we have a lot of competitors to ensure that how do we reduce costs, how do we enhance production, or reduce production time or to complete the project, or even impact the quality. While we are producing the same products, we can bring in new processes. We can use very agile method where we are doing integration. Yeah, at the first leg, that would help us to basically impact the product overall.
Yes.
And
So that's
impact-
innovation, right?
Yes.
So innovation always has a need.
Yes. If we want to enhance.
Cannot say like that.
Or whenever organization.
Your way of doing it is also an innovation.
So that's a
You are
need,
innovative, right?
Yeah, because you have a need to reduce the time,
Yes.
and hence you innovate your process
Right.
and make it more probably
It
effective.
might not be that I have any need to reduce the time, but I say fumbled across a way where it could reduce the time. Still I'm innovative, right? I didn't have a perceived need that I need to reduce my time, but working I found out a new way of doing the same thing and say, hey, this takes half of the time, so henceforth I'm going to use that. That also is innovation. There was no perceived
Evolving new
need in the
processes
beginning.
on the same stuff to evolve new things so that we are faster, we are better, and we automate things can be innovation. It's not always as being
I think it's very difficult to have a definition, but
Differentiation
very short.
between innovation and
I can say invention never existed. Innovation is probably something existed on top of that.
So it's all covered. So it's all covered.
Yes,
So
innovation.
yeah. Mustafa, you want to ask something?
I also want to add that invention is normally applied to physical things.
Right.
Innovation can also be applied to services and ways of doing things which may not be physical. But it might also be there are physical things, that's an additional piece that innovation attends to.
That's the right good point.
Like the example you said of yesterday, like the Uber services and all that. We had the taxi system before, but never the apps based. And somebody innovated it.
So it's basically ideas, views, opinion, all you think differently, right? So it's also innovation, right, sir?
No, I have a different doubt now. say, actually we found, means say that we have a technology, let's say it as innovation, and we found out that this can be applied in some other field. We call it as a discovery or
So that is innovation as well.
It's innovation. So it's already existing and you found out that it is applied, applicable somewhere else. It's not something new.
So
It's new for only this platform, not for the world. It's as you.
It's an
Not just
innovation.
discovery.
It's an innovation. Anything which exists, it will not.
No, all the three terms
Yeah.
got connected.
Whenever organization or consider an individual, think about like
Which is existing before and he found it. I mean, I found it now. So that's what.
I would say, out of all these terms, innovation stands at a higher level. Am I correct? I mean, it encompasses everything, right?
Yes. And within this room, I think let us look at from the organization perspective why it is important. So innovation is important for organization.